A candid camera.
There.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Small Business Network. Today, I will be interviewing Ms. Sharmelle Thomas. I am your host, GBrice, and this is episode number 368. Hello, Ms. Sharmelle, and welcome to the Small Business Network podcast. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm really excited because this is my first podcast with you. So doing really well. How are you?
I'm doing great, and it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Listen, I have a few questions for you, and we
Okay.
won't be long at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
So, because the audience and myself, we would like to get to know you,
Yes.
Ms. Sharmelle Thomas. So, where do you live, and where are you from?
I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I am trying to start saying that I am from Louisville, Kentucky, because honestly, I have now lived here longer than I've lived anywhere else. But I do still claim Tennessee is like home base. That's where my family is from. So I went to high school there, finished college, and I went to high school in Nashville, finished college in Chattanooga. So I do have a lot of ties to Tennessee. But I've now lived here longer than any of the cities I've lived in Tennessee. So,
Wow, Kentucky. Never been. We passed through Tennessee traveling, but Kentucky. Okay,
yeah,
nice.
and they're not far from each other. I think Nashville and Louisville exchange a lot of people all the time, so we're not too far from each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. At least you're settled, and Kentucky is your home. That's your
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. Go
Mhm.
figure.
All right. So, what is the name of your business? We'd like to know the name of it.
My business is Sharmelle's Travels.
Sharmelle's Travels. Okay.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
how long have you been in business?
I've been in business over 4.5 years. So I'm getting excited to celebrate my 5th anniversary in the business.
Oh, congrats. 4 years. That's a little time now. This is not
Yeah.
like you just started. You've been there a little while. So, what are your short-term goals with your business?
My short-term goals, I am always looking for other people who are looking to be an entrepreneur, open to being a travel professional. So really excited. My team, we were able to grow to 50 last month.
Yes.
So yeah,
Congrats.
short-term goals is to double that with the team because, we're all growing our team together. And really excited to do that and get to that next level. So we're really looking over the next few months to double that number.
I think that's fantastic. 50. That's
We
fantastic. And
were,
congratulations on that.
all praise. So
That's
yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you.
yeah,
It actually motivates you. I know it does.
it does. It does. And to just see,
Mm-hmm.
what other people are getting out of it. And it's not just about me. So it's very motivating to see what other
Teamwork.
people, and
Mm-hmm.
we're able to all learn from each other as well. So it's beautiful.
That's the key. That's the key.
Mhm.
So tell me, what are your long-term goals for your business in the
Long-term
future?
goals. Yeah, long-term goals for my business. Along that same line, but I don't like to go too far out because things change so often. So I'll just
True.
say, I'll just say my 5-year, 3 to 5 year goal is to work
Mm-hmm.
my team up to being a team of 300 to 500 independent agents. And I'm really excited
Nice.
because we have the ability to be international. So I'm really excited to be an international team as well and explore being in some other countries.
I think that's great. That's
Yeah.
great because other folks may have an interest that live in another country or another on another continent or whatever. So I think
Right.
that's a beautiful thing as well. So what made you want to start your business?
I'll be honest with you, Miss Brice. I didn't even know it was a possibility doing what I do now.
Mhm.
And my friend Tina introduced it to me. She was like, "Hey, I know you love to travel. I think you should look at this." And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll look at it. But already in kind of the back of my head, I was like, I don't have time for something else. I was working a full-time job. I was selling jewelry on the side. And I felt like I was doing really well with that. So I watched what she had to share with me, and I was like, okay, this is really great. I think it's amazing. I wish I had known about it, but I'm not going to do it because I just feel like I'm already too busy. And then, how people say they sleep on it. I didn't purposely sleep on it, but apparently it was just in my head. And I kind of, after a couple of days, I was like, you know what? You really do love to travel. You should really at least give this a chance. And so, admittedly, in the beginning, my focus was more on how I could travel more myself. And because I've had other things going on, it wasn't as much of the business piece. But as time went on, I kind of learned more about what was going on, plugged into some of our, team events and team meetings. I really started to see the value in it. And then, I would just kind of offhandedly tell people, hey, I'm a travel agent. I can book something for you. And, some people would come to me for that. And after a while, it just kind of made sense. I saw some of the first commissions come in and I was like, oh,
yes.
So wait a minute. So I can have a client and book a trip for a client and get this amount, or I can sell a client a pair of earrings and get this amount. So it just kind of made sense. And because I love travel, it was something that, there's definitely a good deal to learn, just depending on what you want to do. But it's always fun to learn something that you're interested in. So yeah, that's kind of how I got going. And then just over time, the circumstances, I think God kind of made things where I needed it to be and kind of pushed me. I've been pushing myself as a business owner to do things that I hadn't done before. So it's really exciting. And that's where I am now.
Oh, but you know what? I believe you always had an entrepreneurial spirit with the jewelry, because think about it.
Yeah.
So it was always in you, put it that way.
It was. And I think I always say, what I had with the jewelry taught me a lot to be prepared to do this, because, there were things that I did with the jewelry business that I had never done before. And I've still been able to leverage that even with the travel. So it makes a difference.
Good deal. I like that. Now, what advice would you give to others who are wanting to start a business? What advice would you give them?
My advice is to not try to just go at everything that you do from ground one. Try to find people who have the knowledge that you need for your business. Because a lot of people think that they have to start right at ground one, do everything themselves. We're put here to learn from others, and we can really take advantage of that, because the stress of trying to do it all on your own when somebody else has been there, done that, and is willing to share, take advantage of that. So surround yourself with other like-minded people. It doesn't even have to be the exact same business. There's always something that you can learn from another business owner. So, and with that, I will say, you're a business owner. I enjoy talking to you. So I know you're interviewing me, but what is that for you? What advice would you give to someone who's starting a business?
My first thing I would mention to them is to never give up. Don't give up hope. And I agree with you as far as finding a group of like-minded individuals, because you need to be around folks who have similar goals or the same goal. And that's mainly it. I mean, it hasn't been easy for me. So that's another thing. It's not easy. Yeah. You're going to get some bumps and scratches and cuts, but just persevere, just keep going. So that's my advice. It's not easy. That's the bottom line. But in the end, you will be rewarded. You'll be amazed. It's having your own business is life-changing. it can
Yeah.
be life changing. So that's my advice.
I think that's excellent advice, especially the not giving up just because, we feel that way. We're like, why should we be doing this? Why am I on the path? But sometimes if we take a step back, a lot of us have worked for somebody else at some point.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to forget when you're not in a certain situation. It's not easy working for somebody else either.
That's true. This is
so
true.
so it's sometimes you just get to, I've heard people say sometimes you might have to choose your hard, and sometimes we have to choose it based on, where we are in life and what our circumstances are, and we push through. But just because, we're having our own business and it's not easy doesn't mean that it's not valuable and that you're not moving forward the way you should be. So I think
I
that's
agree with that.
advice.
100%. Mm-hmm. I agree.
I love that.
Now, I have another question. This is something I would like to ask you. What is your favorite place to visit? You said you like to travel. What is your favorite place? Do you have a couple of places that you just really love to
I have
visit?
so many places. Like, I don't think that I regret visiting any place that I've been.
Mhm.
So I guess my number one favorite place to visit would be a place I've never been, just because there's going to be a new experience.
Mhm.
But to be fair, I will also answer and try to tell you some of my past favorite places, or
Okay.
I'll limit it to two. So domestically in the United States, New Orleans stays at the very, in the top three, usually top one. It's a wonderful
Okay.
place to visit. The food is
Nice.
good. There's just a lot of energy there. You always feel like you're seeing something new.
Mhm.
And then internationally, I say this one a lot just because it was never on my travel list and ended up going there. It was right kind of like that end edge of COVID when some places still weren't open to visit. And I was supposed to go to one location, but that location had not opened up to external travelers yet.
Okay.
So decided to pick this other place, and it was really just because it kept popping up on my screen. You know how you click something once, and with
Mhm.
the way all of these algorithms work, then things just keep popping up once you do it. So that happened to me, and I clicked on a picture that somebody, or a video or something that somebody had posted about Iceland. I had
Oh.
never thought that I wanted to go to Iceland because I thought it was cold and it would be miserable. Well, all of these pictures kept showing, and it was just like this beautiful place with waterfalls, that kind of thing. And it ended up being a really good experience. They were open, felt really safe. Went with my sister. We didn't even stay in just one city. We kind of drove to different little towns, and we felt safe the whole time. So it was a really amazing experience, and I think people should try it if they really want to step out of the box. So that's just I kind of give it my favorite surprise location because I didn't really realize how much I would like it.
Wow. It's good to be open to certain things. So
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Wow. What an experience. So this is my last and final question. So let's say you had three wishes that could change other people's lives. What would they be? Like three wishes for them?
Hmm. Three wishes. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with one, that they will just be open to maybe what is something that's unusual or new to them, because you never know where
Yeah.
that could lead you. So kind of having that open mind, open heart, um, to try new things. And
Yes.
then two, I really wish everybody could have the confidence that they need to get them
Yes.
through whatever situation. Because, we all kind of have our moments
Yes.
where confidence will kind of help push us through.
Mhm.
And I'll admit, I'm guilty. Sometimes my confidence is higher than other times. But I think if we had that, people could really explore so much. And then three, I'm a firm believer in love thy neighbor. So, and to me, I think it is one of the reasons that I do love travel so much. I do believe every person in this world is my neighbor. So I really do wish that people could have that open love for others and love their neighbors. So those would be my three.
I love all three responses. Just beautiful, simply beautiful. Well, that concludes our interview, the interview for today.
You
And
made that easy for me, Miss Brice.
hey, I try my best. So I want you to, like, after the podcast has ended, go ahead in the comment section and just put your information in. And
Okay.
right now, if you don't mind, would you like to just mention how someone can reach out to you that want to maybe book a trip, or they may want to start a business, they want a travel business? So how can they reach out to you?
Yes. So I was glad that you gave me a space to put my name in, because I know my name is a little bit different, but for everybody that can see it, you can find me on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Sharmelle Thomas. I have a website, sharmellethomas.com. Email is just sharmelle@sharmellethomas.com. So I'm trying to keep it super easy, but that is, if you're listening and not reading, it is spelled S as in Sam, HARMELLE, and then THOMAS. So you can find me in all of those places, and I'm happy to discuss any of this with you.
Great, fantastic. And it's been lovely, and it's nice finally. I mean, I know you from LinkedIn, but now I really know you a little bit more. And
And
it's
I'm
just a
excited
pleasure
for us
meeting
to
you.
talk more.
Oh,
So,
anytime. And
yeah,
listen, thank you so much for being here. And don't forget, go down in the comment sections and in the comment section and put everything there, your links, your email address, whatever, website, so folks can reach out to you that way as well.
I
So
will do
thank you
that.
so much. Thank you for
Thank
being here,
you.
and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I
Bye
love
for
it. Thank
now.
you. Bye bye.